Becoming a famous rapper means you get to live a lifestyle most people only dream about. But making money doesn't mean you're good with it. And today, we're breaking down the dumbest things that rappers balled out on. Lil Wayne is one of the biggest rappers in the world, and he's got the bank account to prove it. His first album dropped in 1999 and went platinum 2 months after it was released. And when you've been making millions for that long, you end up running out of new ways to flex. That's why Wayne decided to stunt on everyone with a pair of Beats by Dre headphones at the NBA All-Star Game back in 2012. But instead of the classic $600 Beats Pros, Wayne was rocking a custom diamond covered pair worth over $1 million. Adding diamonds to your beats doesn't make them sound any better, but it does let everyone know that you can throw millions around without even noticing. Diddy made headlines back in 2009 when he gave his son Justin a $360,000 Maybach for his 16th birthday. The whole party was shown on MTV's My Super Sweet 16, and fans were shocked at the gift. Most 16-year-olds are lucky if their parents give them a beat-up Honda Civic, but Diddy decided to ball out and hooked his son up. And if that wasn't wild enough, when Justin's 17th birthday rolled around, Diddy bought him a Maybach limo to celebrate. When ABC Nightline pressed him about giving his son such a crazy car, Diddy said, "I think it's appropriate to give my kids whatever I want to give my kids. I feel the way I raise my children, I don't have to explain to you or anyone else, because nobody knows the way I raise my children." Critics might have thought it was a weird move, but you probably won't hear Justin complaining about getting 2 Maybachs back to back. Balling out on a $360,000 car for your son is crazy, but the game took it a step further and dropped almost $100K on his son's toy car. Back in 2013, he posted a photo of a remote control Bentley GT with diamonds all over it. The caption said, "Props to my jeweler at Richie_Nectalob, who put 150 carats, almost $100,000 in diamonds, $98,376 if we getting technical, in my son at Harlem Karan Taylor's remote control Bentley GT. My son's toy almost cost more than the real thing. He said, 'Daddy, I want a car like yours when I get older.' I said, 'I got you, Harlem.' But until then, he #son like his daddy, #like father like son." Dropping 100K on a remote control car is wild, but the game said it's all good. His caption also said, "Note to haters, my kids' college tuitions and trust funds are already paid up. Just so you know before your mad ass get to talking about what I should have done with my money. I'm rich, Dave Chappelle voice, #haters gon' hate." The game is known for flexing crazy whips. In 2012, he dropped over $2 million on a Bugatti Veyron, so icing out his son's toy was nothing. Soulja Boy became one of the hottest rappers in the world after he dropped Crank That back in 2007. He never had another track pop off like that, which makes his next purchase look even dumber. Soulja dropped around 200K on an iced out remote control Lamborghini and matching chain. People called the game crazy for his son's $100,000 toy car, but Soulja is flexing even harder. The Lambo's covered in black diamonds to match his pinky ring, and it pulls its own chain behind it when he drives it. Right now, Soulja's facing a class action lawsuit over a cryptocurrency scheme, and if the case doesn't go his way, he'll probably end up having to sell his favorite toy. Jake Paul and Lil Yachty were named in the lawsuit too, but they probably got enough racks to make it through okay. A lot of rappers like to flex designer clothes, but none of them are spending as much on new fits as Future. Back in 2019, he was on an episode of Complex's show, Sneaker Shopping, and said, "I'll be buying my little girl 10-20 pairs of Chanel, and she ain't nothing but 9 years old. She got more bags than grown ladies, no cap." By the time the episode was over, Future had thrown down over 40K on shoes and clothes. He picked up some Gucci slides for around $900, Givenchy socks for $160, and a pair of Chanel sandals for his daughter that set him back over $1,000. He's so complex, I shop every day. I probably spend $200,000 to $300,000 on clothes a month. Future definitely has the bread to flex, but spending a few mil on clothes every year means Future literally got a crib in his closet. Even he knows it's a problem. At the end of his Sneaker Shopping episode, he said, "It's crazy, I gotta stop." Lil Baby is one of the hottest rappers in the game, and to celebrate his success, he bought his 2 youngest sons Rolexes. It's pretty normal for a dad to hand down a watch to his kids, but Lil Baby dropped 8K on a Rolex for a 5-year-old. After he flexed the watches on social media, his ex, Aisha Little, aired him out for not paying their son's tuition. She said, "Jason's school tuition had an outstanding balance before the virus even came about. I have every email. Due to you never paying it, they took my baby off the portals, so he won't receive any virtual learning programs from his school. You get on the internet and tell a big ass lie, then show a Rolex watch you bought Jason, who can't even tell time." Baby clapped back and said he didn't pay the tuition because he didn't want his son in the school building during the pandemic. He told Aisha, "I get the ain't buying you Birkins or whatever, but don't go to the internet and act like I don't go above and beyond for my son." Back in June 2020, Baby tweeted that he's charging 100K for features now, so he can definitely afford tuition and Rolexes at the same time. Hopefully his kids don't get robbed on the playground though. Birdman took over the game with his Cash Money label back in the 2000s. He flexed new whips, clothes, and jewelry, but his dumbest purchase is sitting in his bathroom. In 2016, a video of his house showed off a solid gold toilet that allegedly cost more than $1 million. It's not exactly flushing money down the drain, but it's as close as you can get. A year later, he trolled Lil Wayne with another stupid toilet. Wayne and Birdman were beefing at the time over money issues, so Birdman posted a $100,000 Louis Vuitton toilet and captioned it, "I'm buying this, gotta have it ASAP. 10 bathrooms so I can shit all day. Hashtag Tunchi." Wayne and Birdman eventually squashed their beef, so now they can shop for designer toilets together. DJ Khaled owns a lot of ridiculous stuff, like Versace pillows and his own waterfall. But the dumbest thing he ever spent money on is importing water from the Bahamas to fill up his pool in Miami. There's nothing special about the water from the Bahamas, but Khaled decided to flex how much cash he could throw away on something stupid. His mansion allegedly set him back around $10 million, so he definitely can afford it. But that's gotta be the most expensive water bill in the world. Jay-Z and Beyonce hit billionaire status, so they can afford pretty much anything in the world. But this next purchase was still dumb. When their daughter Blue celebrated her first birthday, they spent 80 racks on an iced out Barbie doll. The doll is covered with 160 diamonds, which is everything a 1-year-old wants. They also spent over $500,000 on a rocking horse and around $20,000 on shoes. By the end of the party, Jay and Beyonce had dropped over $1 million. Blue's name is already worth so much that Jay and Beyonce trademarked it. They plan on starting a few companies in her name, so that way she can drop $1 million when her own kid turns 1. Birthday parties aren't the only thing Jay and Beyonce ball out on. According to rumors, they recently bought the most expensive new car in the world, a $28 million Rolls-Royce boat tail. The rumor hasn't been confirmed, but Rolls-Royce announced that a power couple bought the whip. Spending $28 million on the car is insane, but Jay and Beyonce obviously have the cash to throw around. Nicki Minaj loves to stunt with designer clothes and jewelry, but she took it to another level by dropping $75,000 on a weave. The weave is crazy long and hangs down to her knees, but there's a reason why the price tag is so high. Most people think throwing down almost 6 figures on a hairpiece is dumb, but Nicki's new weave is made of all real hair from a girl in India. She actually had to grow her hair out twice to make the weave thick enough, which allegedly took 6 years. And to make sure the hair was healthy, she had to stay on a strict diet the entire time it was growing. Nicki spends a lot of money to look good, but paying $75K for someone else's hair is wild. Just Blaze is a legend in the rap game. He's produced some of the biggest tracks in history and has worked with everyone from Eminem to Beyonce, but that doesn't mean he's good with his money. Back in 2007, Blaze decided that he loved the PlayStation 2 so much that he dropped 25 racks on an iced out controller. He matched the controller with a chain too, so everywhere he went, people knew how heavy he was rocking with Sony. If he ever ends up switching sides, we might catch him with a bust down Xbox next. When Kanye and Kim Kardashian got married back in 2014, fans knew it was gonna get crazy. Ye and Kim are both known for throwing cash around, and even their wedding made rich people feel poor. Kim allegedly dropped $500,000 on her dress, and the dress had its own separate room in the 5-star hotel. They dropped over $100,000 on flowers, and Ye ordered a table for the reception that set him back another $500,000. According to US Magazine, it was so big that they had to use a crane to drop it into the venue. At the end of the day, Kanye and Kim allegedly dropped over $12 million on their wedding. And what makes this really dumb is the fact that they split up just a few years later. Apparently marriage doesn't always last, even if you drop 8 figures on it.